Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make keto sugarless sugar cookies that are also nut-free. These are fabulous to make with your family this holiday season. I know you're going to love them. So let's get started. Okay everyone, to start you want to line 4 baking sheets with parchment paper and set your oven for 350 degrees. Now today for our video I'm just doing half the recipe, which makes 24 cookies. But for the full recipe in my cookbook, you need the 4 baking sheets so that they can spread out and you'll make 48 cookies. But like I said, today we're just doing 24, so it'd be 2 baking sheets. And we're gonna start with the stand mixer. You're going to start with a stick of softened butter into the mixer. And to that, you're going to add your sweetener. I'm using Swerve Granular, but you can use confectioners or monk fruit sweetener if you like. And also some vanilla extract. And we're just going to blend that up with the paddle attachment on low speed. And then lower the speed and add 1 egg at a time until combined. We're gonna set that aside and we're gonna start working on our dry ingredients. Okay everyone, to a large mixing bowl you're going to add your sesame flour, your coconut flour. You are going to add, you can choose to use either gelatin or xanthan gum. I find that gelatin works really nicely to get a nice crisp cookie. If you haven't tried it, you definitely should, but you can use xanthan gum, which is fine. We are also going to add baking soda and baking powder and salt. And then just whisk this up, and then we're going to add it slowly into the wet ingredients. Turn it on low. Just add a half at a time. And you may need to scrape down the sides of the bowl before repeating the second batch, which I will do now. Unlock. Scrape around to get to the bottom and the sides. And then add the remaining dry ingredients. All right, so once your dough is completely combined, you want to take, if you're making the whole recipe from the cookbook, you want to take half the dough and put it in a bowl and cover it with some saran wrap and put it in the fridge until you're done with the first batch. You just want to have it nice and cold when you work with it, and then you're going to put it on a piece of parchment. So I have like I said, 1/2 of the dough, and if I was making the whole recipe, we'd have 1/2 in the fridge. Okay, so next you want to just grab another piece of parchment and just flatten down the dough. It's really easy to work with. And then you got to get the rolling pin out. So I kind of just hold it with my belly and roll it out. So you want to roll this out to about 1/4 inch in thickness. And like I said, with this dough, I will be able to get 24 cookies. Okay, so if you think it's about 1/4 inch in thickness, it's time to start cutting them into little cute shapes. And if my kids were here, they would go crazy with the shapes, but I've got a gingerbread and a little candy cane and a little snowflake and a tree. That's all I have today because I don't have my kids with me. And so what I do is I use a nice spatula to kind of move the dough around the edges off the cookie shape. And I take it like that, and then I just slide it on. There you go. That's one. We've got 24 more to go. Okay, so I have 12 cookies on this baking sheet, and I'll have another 12 on another baking sheet. And we're going to bake this for 10 minutes or just until the edges look a little bit browned. All right, everyone, my cookies have baked and cooled completely, and now it's time for the icing and the sprinkles. Especially if you have kids and you want to have them help, this is a great time to do that. I use Swerve confectioners because I think it's the best and it's the smoothest when you're making icing. And you will, in the recipe, you can do it 3 ways. You can have 3 colors, I mean. And so I have a 1/4 cup in 2 bowls, and I'm just making 2 colors today. And all you do is add a tablespoon of water to the Swerve. And then you add food coloring of choice. And we're just going to do some red and green. And all you'll need to do is stir it up. And then we're going to dip the cookies right into the mixture. Okay, so yeah, it looks a little pink. You can go a little bit more and get, you know, your red color, but I like pink, so I'm gonna go with pink. We're gonna make a pink star, and you're gonna just take it very carefully because they're thin, and you are gonna get your fingers dirty, don't worry about it, and you just kind of wiggle it in there. So what if it gets on the bottom? It really doesn't matter. And then you can even smooth it a little bit if it looks like it's a little clumpy. Some green. Let's make a candy cane. And then you can add some sprinkles. My kids will go crazy with these. I know that there are sugar-free sprinkles that you can find online. These aren't, but there's very little on the cookie. But they are still sugarless sugar cookies. And you can choose not to even have any sprinkles if you like. At least the icing is also sugar-free. Now we're gonna finish decorating the rest of these. All right, so there you have it. This is how we make sugar-free, keto, nut-free sugar cookies. And you can see some of these look interesting. My children made them. I won't say any more. But I hope you enjoy making these sugar cookies with your own kids. Join me next time for more keto-friendly, family-friendly recipes.